The first lecture was Sir Edward Heath. I remember it was well attended, and we had a dinner afterwards, and it was it generally went well, I think. And he was regarded as being a sort of sufficiently high-profile figure to establish the lectures in a decent way. The second one was Sir Sonny Rumpal, who was the Secretary General of the Commonwealth. John Ericsson, who was Professor Emeritus, I think, at Edinburgh, though he had been at Manchester, and was very knowledgeable about international politics, particularly Russia. I think Rosalynd Higgins was the fourth one. She had a very distinguished career in the United Nations as a human rights lawyer. And I think the fifth was Sergei Kapitsa, or Peter Kapitsa, who was a Russian physicist who had strong connections with Cambridge. I think the next one was Crispin Tickell, Sir Crispin Tickell, who had been the ambassador to the UN for Britain. And around his, in connection with his lecture, so that would have been in 1992, I think, in connection with his lecture, we organised a series of seminars on alternative defence strategy for the United Kingdom, which included non-violent defence. So that was a quite interesting development. Obviously, a number of the people whose names I've mentioned have died. A number of the lecturers have died, and a number of the people who I worked with to establish the lectures have died. But of course, what hasn't much changed is the amount of war in the world. It's got a lot worse, arguably. So the series is still relevant. And I hope it's going to continue.